seem to be so unhappy, and we think, oh God, I hope I'm never one of those miserable old women. And you know how that happens? That happens from raising a family, working, and then all of a sudden we're in our 50s and 60s and we have nothing. We don't have a life. We don't have a life separate from our family or separate from our husband. And so we resent everybody.
So having a husband working hard for your family brings you nothing but resentment.
Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. It's amazing. I feel like a different person already. I feel like I can do whatever I want, and I'm not responsible for anybody anymore but me.
I'm not responsible for anyone but me now. Says it all, doesn't it?
Hi. I don't know. Things aren't going that great. I just keep thinking about what it used to be like when things were good. And maybe all of this was my fault. Maybe I'm a selfish, narcissistic. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one. I don't know, but I'm kind of struggling. All that fake, all that happy, oh, I'm doing so great. I think I was in shock. And now it's coming like into reality, and I don't know.
Shock? This was her decision.
You can't imagine your husband and your children having a great time without you or with a new woman. And I think the hard part is that because I'd been with him for so long, since I was 18, for him to be in a relationship where he is in one and you can't figure it out in your mind.
What did she think was going to happen? He moved on.
I want that. And I'm going to give care packages, and I'm going to bring him coffee and make little snacks. And you know what? I'm going to get it back because I'm giving it. And if I don't, then that is a different story. I just want other women to know that we don't need to hate men. They have their problems too. They're going through life things as well.
So she has an epiphany after she blows up her life. Too late, love. He's gone. Let me guess. Your ex-wife told you she needed space. Things just weren't working between the two of you. She'd be happier without you. And you believed her. Here's the thing, man. She was lying. Not to you, to herself. I'm going to share the truth with you here. She'll never admit it, even when she sees you've upgraded your life post-divorce, even when she is drowning in regret, even when she truly realizes she destroyed the best thing that ever happened to her. She won't admit it. This is Resilient Man. Let's get into it. I don't know you, and I certainly don't know your ex-wife, but I know your story because the script is always the same with these stories. I lived it myself with my ex-wife. I need to find myself. We've just grown apart. I'm just not happy anymore. Or the worst one, I think we just need some time apart. This is the worst one because what it really means, she wants to go back out and get run through by Chad and Tyrone a few more times before she comes crawling back home to you. But you, being the good guy, being the dutiful husband that you were, you said to her, what can I change? Should we look into marriage counseling? You promised to do better. You promised her a better life going forward. Maybe you even begged her to stay. She left anyways. Let me just drop a truth bomb on you, brother. It wasn't you. It was her delusion. Her delusion that happiness was somewhere else. Another life, another guy, another situation. That is where she would finally find her happiness. She wasn't leaving you. She was chasing a fantasy, a delusion. You're disposable, and society has told you to just simply accept it. Screw that. You were seen as disposable in your ex-wife's eyes. Her feelings, her wants, her needs were all priority over her commitment. You see it play out on social media all the time. These women who have left their marriages, and they're called brave, strong, independent, maybe even a survivor. And they're backed up by the system, by the courts. Why is it that 80% of divorces today are initiated and filed by women? It's because they are confident. They are backed up by the system, by the courts. They're confident they will win. Her feelings, her needs, gospel. Your sacrifice, your toil, expected. Not only is it expected, but when you're going through divorce, it's downplayed. You're portrayed as you didn't do enough. You were provider, protector, the stable one. I would venture to say, in most marriages, she would not have had the standard of living that she had without you. But once she no longer feels it, once she leaves, you're then portrayed as the villain, even to your children. So what happens after she leaves? Let me walk you through her post-divorce fantasy. Months 1 through 3. Months 1 through 3, it's the liberation phase. She's finally free of you. New haircuts, girls' nights out, girls' weekends. She is living her best life. And you're the mistake she finally corrected. Months 4 through 8. This is the validation phase. New guy. She's on dating apps, getting lots of attention. She's still desirable. She's still got it. This confirms her decision to leave. You're forgotten. You no longer exist. Months 9 through 12. The reality phase. The new guy wasn't quite what she thought it was going to be. Or there is no new guy. And the attention that she was getting on dating apps is starting to dry up. Or she's starting to realize what was out there she doesn't want. And that's when the thought first creeps into her head. Did I make a mistake? Now, will she admit it? Not yet. Now, let's look at your timeline. Months 1 through 3, the breakdown phase. You're destroyed. You're grieving, angry, confused, mentally and emotionally fatigued, all of which is normal. I went through it myself. You spent years investing in the relationship, in the marriage, in your home, and now that's gone. You're not weak for feeling these things. You're human. Months 4 through 8, the rebuild phase. You're back in the gym. You're eating right. You're taking better care of yourself. Maybe you have a coach or a mentor or getting help through therapy. You're reconnecting with friends. When you have your kids, you're completely focused on your time with them. And none of which you're doing for her. This is for you. You're starting to rebuild. Months 9 through 12, the emergence phase. This is where the new man is starting to emerge. The new man is taking shape. You're different now. You're sharper. You're stronger. You're thinking clearer. The fog has lifted. You're not the man that she left. You're not even the man that she married. You even start to realize she was holding you back. And around that time is when she starts to see you thriving as well. It happens differently and at different times, but it does happen. Maybe she sees you at a kid's event. You look good, you're leaner, you're stronger. You seem to hold yourself more confidently. She hears through mutual friends how well your life is going. She sees you in a social media post, and you look genuinely happy now. And something breaks inside her. You were supposed to fall apart. She was going to be happy. If she was flourishing and you weren't, it would prove she was right to leave you all along. You were supposed to crumble, but you didn't. This is when her regret is really starting to kick in. So what does she do? She'll send you a text message about the kids, a text message she really didn't need to send. Maybe when she sees you, she compliments you on how good you're looking these days. Nostalgia. She brings up the good times. Remember when? She asks questions about your life that have nothing to do with co-parenting. She's breadcrumbing. She's testing the waters. She's testing to see if she still has access. She's testing to see if she still has any power over you emotionally. Now, this is where most men screw up. They respond with hope, which is the absolute wrong thing to do. She hasn't changed, and she actually doesn't want you back. She wants the validation of knowing she could get you back if she wanted you. So how do you respond? There's 3 ways that you can respond. First, polite, brief, distant, no emotion. You say what absolutely needs to be said and nothing else. Number 2, you never explain your upgrade. You don't share information about how your life is going, how you're growing, you're happier now, the peace you have. She is no longer privileged to that information. She lost that privilege in the divorce. And number 3, no nostalgia, no talking about the good old days. If she brings it up, you shut it down, you end the conversation. It's just the ploy to gain access to you emotionally. Why do you do these things? Because indifference is your power. And when she realizes you're indifferent to her now, that's when regret really hits her. Here's a hard truth. Her regret, maybe even if she is truly remorseful, it doesn't matter. She can't unbreak what she's broken. She can't unbreak the trust. She can't unbreak the abandonment. She can't unbreak everything that she put you through. And the man that you were when she left doesn't exist anymore. You're an upgraded man now. You've worked hard to upgrade. And hear this when I say this to you, brother. Upgraded men don't downgrade. If you're still in the early stages of this process, if you're newly separated or even newly divorced, I get it. It's not easy. Your life has been turned upside down, and it seems like you're not going to be able to get it back on course. You will. It gets better, but you have to take the time to properly process and heal. You have to do the work. Resilient Man Channel exists for guys like you. Men who refuse to stay broken. Men who refuse to stay down. You have to say to yourself, I gave her enough of my life. She's not taking any more. That's an upgraded man. So where do you go from here? You keep building day by day. And why do you do it? Because your value, your worth, is not determined by who stays or leaves. Your value is determined by the man that you're becoming and the father that your kids need you to become. This is why you're not angry. You're not bitter. You're an upgraded man. You've upgraded, and you're free. If this message resonated with you, drop a comment down below. Tell me where you are in your journey. I read all the comments and I respond to each and every one. Subscribe. Join the Resilient Man Brotherhood. It's about men advocating for men. These messages will help you in your journey as well. Know your worth. Protect your peace.